CBS 4 News at noon.
First at noon, it was a soggy start to the day across parts of South Florida, and while it seems to be dry for now, we could be in store for a rainy weekend. Good afternoon, I'm Maribel Rodriguez. CBS 4's meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez joins us live. And Lisette, some storms are starting to move in already?
Yeah, we had a break after a soggy morning, and now we're seeing another round of rain. You can see on the radar starting to get active again, and some of the showers and storms are moving in across parts of Broward near Parkland, Lighthouse Point, some lightning near your area, Coral Springs, some heavier rain there, as well as some showers now moving in around Southwest Ranches, moving from the south and west to the north and east. Not everyone is seeing the rain, but I can tell you here in my neighborhood near Kendall, certainly had a downpour and a thunderstorm. You can see the lightning right here. Sunset also seeing some shower and thunderstorm activity, and Homestead getting ready for more rain. Duck Key also some thunderstorms. Rainfall totals since midnight. Well, we've had almost 3/4 of an inch of rain in Oakland Park, about a 1/2 of an inch of rain in Fort Lauderdale and in Miami and in Homestead as well, and about 1/3 in Opelika and Pompano Beach. And the wind right now is out of the southwest, about 10 to 13 miles an hour throughout the day. Keep your rain gear handy. We will see on and off again showers and storms that could produce some heavy rain and localized flooding, and highs only in the upper 80s due to the clouds and the wet weather for your Saturday. Scattered storms in the 90s by Sunday with afternoon storms. Maribel.
Lisette, thank you. We're following a developing story. Police say a 15-year-old has been arrested and charged with the murder of Miami senior high football coach Corey Smith. CBS 4's Brooke Schaefer is live in downtown Miami with the details. Brooke.
Hey, Maribel, the director of the Miami-Dade Police Department even calling this a tragic case. At this point, the judge has yet to decide whether that 15-year-old will be tried as an adult. This 15-year-old now facing a murder charge, accused of killing beloved Miami football coach Corey Smith.
Okay.
Charles Alexander's arrest report says the victim is the teen's uncle. Corey Smith, the Miami senior high school football coach, found earlier this week shot and killed inside his home on Northwest 21st Avenue and 97th Street. News of his death a shock to people who knew him.
Corey, he's just a pillar of the community. It's hard to believe that he's gone.
The teen's arrest report said he initially told detectives he was in the bathroom when he heard 3 gunshots and later found his uncle on the floor unresponsive. But detectives in that arrest report said surveillance cameras proved there were holes in his story. No one other than the victim and the 15-year-old were home or had gone into the home at the time of the shooting.
Young man, you're represented by counsel. You have the right to remain silent. You don't have to speak to anybody about the facts of the case but your lawyer.
The 9mm gun found on the night of the shooting belonged to the victim. On Friday, the Miami-Dade police director in a tweet called this a tragic case and added Coach Smith was a leader and mentor to many of our youth and will be missed. Now, in that 15-year-old's arrest report, his mom told detectives that he confessed to her that he killed his uncle. He remains behind bars this afternoon. I'm live in downtown Miami. Brooke Schaefer, CBS 4 News.
Brooke, thank you. Now to Campaign 2020. President Trump spent the night in South Florida and met this morning with the group Latinos for Trump. CBS 4's Jessica Vallejo is live in Doral with more on the president's visit. And Jessica, this was a short one.
Yeah, Maribel, it is a very short stay for President Trump as he's heading to Georgia after this. But right now he remains inside for the Latinos event here at the ballroom at the Grand National Trump Hotel. He walked in by mentioning he is thrilled to be in Doral, South Florida's Venezuelan city, which he called it. With many Hispanics present in the room, he said he was thrilled to be part of this patriotic crowd, addressing many who have followed the American dream. But the president came here to court the Hispanic vote ahead of the elections. The visit comes in the midst of considering Barbara Lago, originally from Hialeah, as a nominee for the Supreme Court, while also tightening the Cuba sanctions. Trump did say in the beginning of the discussion he believes this will be an easy election for him, with the lowest Hispanic unemployment rate, creating more than 1 million jobs for the Hispanics, and mentioning he has imposed the toughest sanctions. Trump said in the last 47 months he has accomplished more than former Vice President Joe Biden has in the last 47 years.
But Joe Biden has spent 47 years selling out to the different interests in Washington. It's really sad. He sold out the Hispanic American community, sending your jobs to China, making your communities less safe, attacking your religious values, and trapping countless children in failing government schools. He doesn't like charter schools. He doesn't like choice, and choice is a very important thing for education. The funny thing about the southern border, the wall, safety, the people that understand the border better than anybody are the Hispanics. I have had more support when we build a wall because they don't want bad people coming into our country.
Here for the freedom, here for the restored order, the law, here to support our president.
To understand that not everyone that comes here is a criminal, a drug trafficker, and so forth, and what have you. This is the central point and a hub for Latin America that comes through Miami. I would love him to understand, just like my family did, that a lot of us come here pursuing the American dream.
Again, President Trump remains inside talking to many Hispanic community leaders here. He will be heading shortly to Georgia, so it is a short stay for the president. In Doral, Jessica Vallejo, CBS 4 News.
Jessica, thank you. And as we get closer to Election Day, here are some dates to keep in mind. The last day to register to vote in the November election is Monday, October 5th. Early voting begins 2 weeks later on October 19th. There will be 33 early voting locations in Miami-Dade and 22 early voting sites in Broward. If you prefer to vote by mail, the last day to request a ballot is October 24th. And now a new surveillance video shows a brutal beating of a woman inside a Miami Metromover earlier this month. The images very hard to watch, so we have blurred them. The suspect in the case was back in court this morning. CBS 4's Peter Dent is live in downtown Miami with the latest. Peter?
Well, Maribel, we can tell you that the victim in this case, Andrea Puerta, told me that she wants everyone to take a look at this video because it shows even more graphically how she was viciously beaten by a total stranger without provocation. Now, we warn you that some of you may find this video disturbing. It is another angle on an attack that Andrea Puerta says she will never forget. As she is all alone on the Metromover at the 5th Street station on the night of September 4th, she is beaten relentlessly. She is punched more than 20 times. It seems this assault will never end. She is kicked in the head and thrown against the side of the car. This new angle shows us a closer look at one man's unexplainable fury against this 25-year-old woman.
I didn't know that what happened to me. I just realized when I saw the video. The next day, I wake up and all my body hurts.
Puerta was left with a broken rib, swollen jaw, bruises on her arms, and a concussion.
I don't know him. I never seen him. I was in my phone. And I don't know how I am here talking to you guys because he punched me and he told me sorry. And when he said sorry, he punched me here. And after that, I forgot. I think that was the word that he wanted to use to kill me. But you want to know the most beautiful thing is that I work with dogs. It's my hobby that became my business. I am here because of them.
The alleged attacker in this case is 20-year-old Joshua James King. He was released on $1,500 bond. His attorney was in court in the morning, and the case was reset for Wednesday. The attorney said he plans to bring up the issue of King's competency. 16 days after this attack, police say 73-year-old Eduardo Miguel Fernandez was left hospitalized with 14 fractures after a homeless man beat him and took off with $30 at the Adrian Arst Metromover station. 62-year-old Robert Lee Rives was arrested. The city and county stepped up Metromover security with more undercover personnel and private security guards.
You can put all the security, but he's a guy that he don't care about nothing. He don't have feelings. He didn't care about my size. He's the double of me.
Now, tonight, we expect to bring you brand new interviews with Andrea Puerta and her attorneys. She feels that Joshua King should be severely punished. He's charged with battery. We're live in Miami. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News. Maribel?
Just horrible, Peter. Thank you. And this just into our newsroom. Broward County is relaxing some of its COVID restrictions that have been in place for months. Broward Mayor Dale Holness just announced some group sports will be able to return, including Little League and school athletics. Restaurants are now able to have live entertainment, provided there's proper social distancing. And you can also now eat but not drink at restaurants, bars, as long as there's proper spacing and plexiglass between parties. The new order also allows banquet facilities to reopen at 50% capacity, but not more than 100 people. Now more on the road to reopening. Florida's restaurants could soon be allowed to let more people inside. Governor Ron DeSantis says he is ready to change the rules.
We can't have these businesses dying, so they're not going to be able to be closed by locals anymore, and they will be able to operate at the capacity that they're comfortable with.
The governor met with health experts in Tallahassee. He says he does not believe closing restaurants has been effective in helping stop the spread of COVID-19. Dining rooms in South Florida are limited to 50% capacity right now, but that would change if the governor takes executive action. And now here are the latest numbers. According to the Florida Department of Health, more than 2,800 new cases have been reported statewide since yesterday. 122 more deaths reported in Florida. Miami-Dade, there were 503 new cases and 39 new deaths. Broward, 191 new cases and 6 new deaths. Monroe, 11 new cases and no additional deaths. Still ahead on CBS 4 News at noon, the late Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg is making history today. A look at the ceremony as she is brought into U.S. Capitol, becoming the first woman to lie in state. And for the first time since a grand jury did not indict any of the police officers in the death of Breonna Taylor, her family speaks out about the decision. That's it for CBS 4 News at noon. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again later for CBS 4 News at 5, 6, and 7. Have a great Friday and a great weekend.